Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Getting Off. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I'm here with my co-hosts. We're on a streak. This is 3 episodes of Getting Off in a row that we are a trio. I'm not going to talk shit about Justin and Will, who may or may not be slacking, keeping us from being the core four. But we have been a trio for 3 episodes. It has not just been me and Katie, so this is really cool. Thank you for joining us. And as I said, with me today, my lovely co-host, she is host of the She Lead Showcase Inside the Mind of In the Crowd Storytime with the reigning, defending for at least another month, Trick or Trivia champion, Ms. Katie Kinsey Bay.
Hello.
You know, and I keep forgetting that I need to get an hourglass to sit here.
You can go straight to hell.
You reminded me. Thank you very much.
You can go to hell.
And the man who is confidently threatening her with a defeat this year, counting her time. He is 1/3, if you believe the rumors, of Young Kings Wrestling. He is King Reek, House of Havoc, first of his name, or as we know him here, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Reek Baker, BBC.
I guess I also need to get a stethoscope.
Yes.
It's an interesting list of...
I feel like a stethoscope and an hourglass kind of go together. You know, like when you're doing your exam, you start the hourglass. So they know how long it's going to take.
Yeah, no, that does go together. I hear you.
So I was informed in the chat and then re-informed by Katie that neither of you have watched the latest episode, which dropped tonight. So while I had planned on talking about all 3 episodes, Katie said she doesn't like just watching one episode at a time, and Reek didn't know that it dropped. So we will only be able to talk about episodes 1 and 2 of Welcome to Derry at the end of the podcast. So if you have not checked in yet, you'll have the whole podcast of us talking about the book and the movies before you can tune out and come back and finish the podcast after you're caught up with the show. Maybe I'll just kick them both out and talk about episode 3 without them myself. No. We'll see.
Or you're not going to do that? That's crazy.
Or we'll just have to come back and, finish the season when it's over with.
We can do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But, Katie, what are we here to talk about today? That fucking clown. Listen.
That bitch ass clown.
This is my villain origin story, right? Like, this is the thing that as a child tormented and scared me more than Michael Myers, more than Jason Voorhees, more than Freddy Krueger, more than anything I had seen. Tim Curry in that fucking clown paint terrified me to my core. And I've told stories before on the podcast about my mom whispering, it all floats down here into the vent of a bathroom while I'm taking a shower, and how my grandma had this weird pink thing in her shower drain that looked like his hair, and it freaked me the fuck out and scared me, and clowns in my room and all sorts of shit. So, like, I want to know from you guys, because Reek is a little bit younger than me. Katie is 10 years younger than me. For you, who is the Pennywise that you prefer? Is it Tim Curry or is it Bill Skarsgård? Because for me, Tim Curry is more terrifying, while Bill Skarsgård is more book accurate. At least looks wise.
Oh, okay.
Silver suit, orange pom-poms.
See, and that's kind of where I'm like, I'm bridged a little bit, because I didn't read the book, but I think I lean more towards Tim Curry. And it's honestly just about preference. They both killed it, so it's like you can't say this was good, this was bad. No, they played it differently. Because for me, it was like Tim Curry is playing a clown that also happens to be a monster. And I think Skarsgård kind of did the reverse. He's this monster that just happens to take the appearance of a clown.
Okay.
Between, the dialogue, the tone of voice, everything. Because Tim was actually like, he's doing a lot of humor and, talking and stuff like that. It's like, it was the clown that has the other side to it. But yeah, if I was going preference, I'd probably go Tim.
Can I give you guys one like extremely minuscule, non-important spoiler about episode 3?
Sure.
It's about what's not in episode 3. I'm annoyed that the clown we have not seen as a clown 3 episodes in, because it's not like this is an introduction to the character. It's not even like they cast a new Pennywise and are giving us a new version of Pennywise. It's still Bill Skarsgård. It's still the clown from the movies. This is a prequel to the movies. So why the fuck are we hiding the clown for 3 episodes?
They literally said that he's not going to be in it until like the later half of the season.
Who the fuck said?
The people who created the show.
Nobody told me that shit.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of this.
Oops. I knew.
So
I'm
I'm like
sitting here saying like, where is he? And we've got all this other stuff going on, which like, yeah, there's like this.
I'm gonna need your expert opinion when we talk about episode 1, Reek, but we're not there yet.
Oh Jesus Christ!
So yeah,
Jesus.
Like I said, book accurate as far as, and I agree with what Reek said. I never really thought about it that way, but technically book accurate. He is a monster that takes the form of a clown more so than a clown who is also a monster. No, you're more scary, sexy looking Ritter. You're the it of its happy Sunday fams. Thank you, Ivan. Hi, Elson. But Tim Curry's performance to me still to this day, and I'm sure that there are people who are younger than me, younger than Katie, who saw the 1990 mini-series TV made for TV movie and thought, oh, this isn't scary because they had seen way more insane shit. Listen, I was born in 1987. This came out in 1990. So, like, I didn't have a lot of really insane shit like you guys have now to reference off of. And to this day, Tim Curry's face and his voice in this movie brings back haunting memories of my childhood and creeps me out to this day. Like, he did such a good job that for me, Tim Curry's portrayal is always going to be scarier. Wow, like I said, Bill Skarsgård, definitely more book accurate and a lot sillier with his voice work, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Katie?
I think it is like Tim Curry's Pennywise is it is nightmare fuel for kids. I was definitely too young when I first watched this. And it does kind of just leave that lingering feeling of like, no, that's actually scary and I don't want to see that ever again. But Bill Skarsgård, and it's also looking at 1990 versus like 2017 or whenever the first like chapter 1 came out, the difference in what they can do to the clown to make him scarier. Like that, they're playing to their strengths and using a lot of animations and CGI and playing up the horror factor and the gross factor because ew. But if you're talking just strictly like horror, I think Tim Curry has it. But both are incredible.
Again, I'm just because he is terrifying as the clown. Mm-hmm. I don't know that as the clown in those movies, looking back, Bill Skarsgård was terrifying in clown form.
No.
Like when he was being the clown without the CGI and the monster effects and all of that, just seeing him as a clown. But again, I see Tim Curry just hanging out and he was doing all of the fucking, you know, how did Richie put it in the book? For Chuck's, like all the over the top, like gimmicky clown stuff, but making it menacing as he does it. Like the scene, because we're going to talk about the 1990 miniseries first. The scene where Richie is in the library and he's calling Mike, and Pennywise is threatening him and telling him to leave town, and like he's making a bunch of noise and yelling, and like Richie is yelling over himself. At the woman, and she's just looking at him like he's fucking crazy. Like, why are you screaming at me to talk to Mike?
Right.
Even in there when he's like telling bad jokes, like, do you have Prince Albert in a can, or is your refrigerator running?
Right.
Still menacing and evil.
Yeah.
That's what I mean too. It was like he genuinely is a clown with all the mannerisms. It's just the much darker side to it that comes on top of that.
So have you guys, have either of you read I know Reek, you said you didn't read the book, but if you had it, you would have. Katie, have you read the book at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so honestly, I was surprised looking back because I've only gotten to a certain point in the book, but I have read the book before, and there are things that I remember, and some of it I wasn't sure if I remembered properly or not. That's why I wanted to reread it before we did this, but I didn't get all the way through because it's fucking enormous. By the way, if you want to listen to the audiobook, it is 45 hours.
No, thank you.
45 hours long.
No me gusta.
Yeah.
No gracias.
If you listen to it on regular speed. Both the miniseries and then the newer movies got things right that the other ones didn't, which was weird.
Interesting. Okay.
So Audra, Bill's wife, big part of the ending of the miniseries.
Yeah.
Big part of the ending of the book. Non-existent in chapter 2.
Yeah.
At all.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just the scene where they were on set in that movie, and then you never see her again.
Yeah.
You know, Bill said some stuff to make her upset, and then she left.
Right.
One thing I will say that I think the book does that I think maybe both of the movies missed a little bit is setting up the relationships between the kids individually. So there's a lot of things in the book where like it's Beverly, Ben, and Richie hanging out without Bill, without Stanley, without Eddie, or it's Ben, Bill, and Eddie. And apparently it's Eddie and Bill that are best friends. And then everyone just kind of comes around them. Like Ben runs into them as they're already playing. They kind of know Richie. Richie says Bill's his best friend, but Bill says Richie's just a guy that hangs out with us sometimes.
Yeah, that's kind of how it's set up in the miniseries. Because it's Bill and Eddie at the river, and then Ben shows up, and then everyone else comes along.
Yes.
But in the other movies, it's Richie and Bill who are best friends and have their issues. Also, in the miniseries and in the book, Richie is not gay. That is something they did for the later movies. And for the gays.
I love that you do this now.
So, where'd my notes go? There they are.
It's like a chopstick tutorial.
This is also Clock It, but it's what?
It's what?
Clock It. I'm not explaining anything right now. I'll do it later.
All right.
Anyways.
You guys remember Final Destination 3 when we talked about it?
When we talked about it?
Okay. More specifically, and I know the answer to this. Do you remember the tanning booth scene from Final Destination 3?
Oh, of course.
Yep.
Okay. So the blonde in that scene, Chellen Simmons, is the little girl that gets killed in the beginning of the movie. Her name is Lorianne. Same girl.
Oh, it's not. Don't.
It
Ew.
It is.
I don't like that.
Well, so
damn, dies twice.
The only issue that I have,
I'm like, that I've seen her before. It's like it's just a kid version of her, but it's like the face looks recognizable. There it is. Okay, cool.
Very different.
That's crazy.
Very different deaths. And I think that's kind of my only gripe with the miniseries is you can tell it's set up for commercials, and I wish there was an edit of it now where it didn't cut to commercial clearly as you're watching it and then come back from commercial, because that sucks. That kind of takes you out of it a little bit as you're watching.
Yeah, the fade to blacks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also 3 hours long, so
yeah.
I mean, chapter 2 is literally as long, if not a little shorter.
About 2.5, I think.
It was like something like that, yeah. Ridiculous.
Which, speaking of, I watched Frankenstein last night. That is a long ass movie.
Oh, I still need to watch it. I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
Was it as good as Nosferatu?
It was good, but I felt it really was like more than anything. It was like 60 to 70% prequel, and then the rest kind of, because it starts off like there's a prelude where you kind of see where everything is right now, and then you go back and tell a story from the Doctor's perspective, the monster's perspective, and you tie it all back. And I think that's why it goes so long. But I don't know. Like it's. I would say it's good. I wouldn't put it in the same. Oh, it was raving about it like Nosferatu. No, but I don't know. I probably need to watch it again. It was like it was a different way to tell the story, basically.
You said that about Cabin in the Woods too, so maybe I like this one more, even though I'm not big on gothic horror.
It's a period piece. Just so we're clear.
I'm against all things period. Anyway, hey, it sucks for everybody. Nobody enjoys it. It's not fun.
You know shit.
I know. We're aware. I mean,
Some bullshit.
Especially.
Say someone here fully knows.
Yeah, indeed.
What are some highlights from the miniseries for you guys? I've got a little bit of stuff that I'm going to drop on you guys that might blow your minds, or you might not have known. So,
okay.
Other than Tim Curry, obviously.
Yeah, that's like a majority of it. If I'm being honest. Let me think.
I will tell you. Oh, go ahead.
I think I prefer the adult versions of the losers in the miniseries as opposed to in chapter 2.
Really?
I do. Like, I think I was more invested in the story when they got older than I was in chapter 2. I think the kid acting in chapter 1,
absolutely incredible. Can't be
touched.
touched.
Because you could tell their chemistry was there. It was hitting. Like, I wouldn't even compare the two. But when they get to the adult versions, like, I don't know, for some reason I was just more invested into it. Then I think like it felt a little more like the drama was hitting a little bit more. And I think again because in the book the certain things that were more accurate there than they did in the remake versions. But yeah,
Okay.
no, I was more into that.
So let's talk about that for a second. So, first and foremost, in this movie, Audra is played by Olivia Hussey, who Katie knows as the main girl from the original Black Christmas that I made her watch.
That I did know.
Harry Anderson, who was a pretty big comic and actor in the 90s. He was on a show called Night Court, played Richie Tozer, and that's how I know him from. Annette O'Toole, obviously. I think we all know Annette O'Toole.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't seem confident on that. Bev, grown-up Bev from the miniseries.
Yeah, but I don't know why I know her.
She was in a lot of stuff. Tim Reed, who played Mike Hanlon, most famous from Sister Sister.
Yeah, that's what I remember him from.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Mauser, who played Stan, was in The Thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then
he doesn't get a lot of screen time.
You know? Well, I mean, that's a whole other issue that we'll talk about in a little while. But because Stan, honestly, Stan was a bigger part in the book than he was in any of the movies that they made for some reason. Not as an adult. Like, the adult thing happened the way it happened. Mm-hmm. And I don't think the note that he wrote at the end of chapter 2 was a thing. At least I don't remember. But maybe when I get to the end, it'll click and I'll remember that it is a thing. But like, Stan as a kid had a lot more going on. So all of these kids have The Shining. So there are a lot of things in the Stephen King universe where people have The Shining. And in the books, all the kids kind of have power. So like Eddie has a compass in his head, which is why when he grows up, per the book, not necessarily per the movies, I think the miniseries did this, but then the other ones didn't. He does drive limos for a living and owns a limo company.
The miniseries,
well, what the miniseries did wrong, I think, the miniseries did wrong, but the other one did right is his mom was dead and he had a wife who was a big woman like his mom.
Mhm.
So that was the thing in the book that It Chapter 2 was like, yeah, we'll do that, but we're going to change his job. And It Chapter 1 was like, no, he's going to still be living with his mom and he's going to be weird. Also, that
Right.
guy who I didn't write down his name for some reason, but he's been in a lot of shit too. And of course, John Ritter, who, you know, for horror fans, Bride of Chucky, but many, many other things, you know.
Eight Simple Rules.
They made him look really
Eight
cool.
Simple Rules, yeah. John Ritter with 2 T's, not 2 D's, like myself.
Yeah, let's get that straight. You know, want any more
no relation.
Misinterpretations.
Ben in the books does not live with his cousins. His mom is a single mom raising him. Like, there's not any poverty or anything where like he's living with his cousins and being picked on by his cousins and shit for being fat. And Bill's whole issue in the book is that after Georgie died, his parents just kind of ignore him like he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
He is not obsessed thinking that Georgie is still alive, like in Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, and trying to prove that Georgie might still be out there. Like, they found Georgie in the books dead with his arm missing, and they had a funeral and everything. Like, Bill is well aware that his brother is dead. He does feel guilty about it. Richie helps him through that. He does feel guilty about it, and Richie kind of sits down with him, and he's like, hey, you just wanted your brother to go have fun. It's not your fault that something ate him. But, yeah, he's not hunting down his brother, trying to prove that he still might be alive.
Okay.
Well, they have a funeral for him in the miniseries.
In the miniseries, miniseries did one thing right, and then they change it the other way and go, yeah, exactly. It's going to be a theme. None of the scares in the miniseries are in the book, except for Beverly.
None of them?
The
sink? Yeah, the
sink?
sink, Beverly. Okay. Beverly in the sink is the only one. So, like, Tim Curry does not come out of the floor drain in the shower with Eddie. Kind of Nightmare on Elm Street 2 style.
Yeah.
It's what they show. It's the leper, essentially. And the leper's trying to blow Eddie in the book.
Oh, fun.
And Eddie learns about what syphilis is because of this. It's a whole thing. And also Eddie like crawls under the porch because he's like, this guy came out at him and chased him from under the porch when he was down by the house. And then he went back and he climbed under there. And then it came out as a grosser version of the same hobo that was trying to, you know, blow him for a dime and came after him. But it was still a leper or a hobo. There was a werewolf with Richie, but it wasn't the same deal. It actually happened at the house on Neibolt Street where the werewolf came for them.
But real quick, Seth Green, like that was definitely a highlight for me.
Seth Green, Emily Perkins, and Jonathan Brandis.
Yeah,
like it's so weird seeing Seth Green do this.
If you guys don't recognize Jonathan Brandis, go watch Neverending Story.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, no, I didn't think Seth Green was. I mean, I didn't really care for him much in Austin Powers, but prior to that, and some other stuff. Yeah, I didn't think he had those comedic chops as a kid. That was pretty fun to watch.
Oh yeah, no, he was fantastic as Richie. And then Emily Perkins, obviously from.
Don't no.
Ginger Snaps.
Oh, that's you.
Oh yeah, that is her.
Yeah.
See, okay, fuck you. I watch a lot of stuff.
Same thing. Stan, the Mummy. Ben sees a mummy, not Stan. And Stan, whatever happens to him, I'm actually at that part. He hasn't quite described what happens, but it happens at the Derry standpipe. Not in the house. So that's the whole thing. So Bev's really the only one that they kind of followed along with as far as what her scare was in that. And then they were a little closer to a lot of the shit in the new movies. I got one other note or two other notes. But what else from this movie miniseries?
In the miniseries, it's Mike that knows like all of the history, but in the newer ones, it's Ben. That I noticed.
And it's I don't know. It's kind of a combination. So like the picture book was Georgie's that they look at. It wasn't Mike's picture book.
Yeah.
That he displayed in class in the book. I don't think I've gotten to the point. It might actually be Mike, but I don't think I've gotten to the point to where he's like breaking down the history. Because so Mike goes on little adventures that his dad sends him on, and he really likes history. So like he goes to the Kitchener Iron Works where he first experiences it, and it is a giant fucking bird that's trying to murder him and traps him. Like it's a whole thing. Because he had saw Rodan, one of the kaiju from Godzilla.
Oh,
so like that was in his mind. Yeah, Rodan. And
that's
then
terrifying.
this giant bird comes up out of the hole, and it's a whole thing.
Not the fire demon, Jesus Christ.
But he was like, that's what he was looking at, doing like little history hunts for his dad, who is in Welcome to Derry, and we will talk about his dad in Welcome to Derry.
Wait, hold on. In chapter 2, aren't his parents dead?
They're not in the book. That's another thing that they just did weird for no reason. Yeah, his parents are alive. Okay. They own a farm. They live down the road from Henry Bowers. Henry Bowers doesn't like that.
Oh, I wonder why.
Which, again, like they own a farm and they live down the road from Henry Bowers, and Henry Bowers doesn't like it, but it's him living with his grandpa, who would technically be the airman in Welcome to Derry with zero fear.
That was obvious right from jump.
Yeah.
The Henry and his crew, they went to like Grease school because it's like everybody just that leather jacket look with the slick back hair, everything like that. I'm like, yeah, this is.
We've got to remember. So the miniseries takes place in the same timeline as the book, and in the book, all of the kids that we come to know and love as the Losers Club exist in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And the flashback as adults, they exist in the 80s. So in the flashback, it's in the 50s, late 50s. Hence the greaser look for Henry Bowers and all of his friends.
Yeah.
In the new movies, they decided to make the kids or the adults current 2017, jump back 27-ish years to the 80s and make them kids in the 80s. So
New Kids on the Block, baby. Come on.
Fucking right. Does the name Tommy Lee Wallace mean anything to you, Reek?
There we go. I'm glad he brought that up because I had forgotten about it. I'm glad you reminded me. I saw that and I said, huh, that's interesting. Had my attention very early on. Yes, absolutely. Well, Katie probably doesn't remember Tommy Lee Wallace's name, does she?
No.
Okay.
Halloween
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3?
Yes. In fact, I think he either directed or produced 3.
Directed 3. He directed 3.
Yes.
And was an editor and production designer on Halloween.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have known that anyways, but okay.
And he was on 2 too, right? The first.
If he was, I did. As I skimmed through my notes, I didn't write that down. I just.
Yeah.
No, Halloween 3.
Yeah.
I mean.
So, one character in the miniseries is left out completely. Is used in the new movies and has a huge role in the book that they completely did not talk about. And that is one Patrick Hockstetter.
Okay.
So Patrick Hochstetter is a friend of Henry Bowers, who we find out is kind of in love with Henry Bowers. And Henry also might be gay, but like extremely angry, closeted homophobic, which makes sense.
100%. Yeah.
This is Pennywise. I thought you were going to say Pennywise. God damn it, Will. So yeah, no, Patrick Hochstetter is like obsessed with Henry Bowers and is like his number one crony. And I haven't even got to the part to where like they really get into that in the book yet, but I do know like there's this whole scene in the dump with him and like a bunch of shit going on, and like he really fucking loves Henry Bowers. Whereas in this one, you get Victor Chris and Belch Huggins, and they're two that are named the most in the beginning of the book too. And then same thing in the other ones. It's actually a love story about a horse. Will, you watched the wrong movie. That's the wrong it.
Yeah.
Sounds like BoJack Horseman.
So yeah, they left that whole thing out, which it surprised me. I guess maybe they decided to be inclusive with making Richie gay in the new ones and making it kind of a positive thing as opposed to like a weird, closeted, homophobic, angry thing, which is fair.
Well,
yeah, I guess so.
We get a gay character. It's all that matters.
How do we feel about the spider at the end of this?
Fuck it. Fuck all of it.
He was
No, he was not. I have a limit to the size of any spider that I am watching, seeing, anything. Once you exceed that size, it's fuck you, fuck them, fuck all of y'all. Fire, burn it all with fire. And I don't even know if I could call that a spider. It was like a combination of a bunch of different insects on steroids.
Yeah.
With the shining lights attached to it.
Deadly.
Again, a weird thing. In the miniseries, we do have them melting down silver and using the slingshot, and Bev being the best shot because girls fucking rule, and that's also like one of her superpowers. That and sex, which
no, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about all
that. I need clarification about that. But go ahead, because
real quick,
that was a bit my right.
Just real quick. So essentially, as their kids, 12, 10-ish, they're all down in the sewers. They're fighting it. And all of their powers are kind of like drowned out. So like Eddie loses his compass and they're lost in the sewers. And Bev uses the power of love via orgy, which then rejuvenates all of their powers and brings them all together so that they can escape the sewers after the.
And I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
So that's legit. That's legit.
That's legit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'd heard of this, and then I see in the remake they do the cutting hands thing as kind of like a more appropriate way to kind of bridge that connection between the kids.
Oh no, the cutting of hands also happens.
Oh, it does. I thought.
Yeah. So they break the glass bottle, they cut their hands, and then they hold hands and they make the promise. Yeah, blood brothers and sister.
Oh, see, now I thought
and one sister.
The way I heard it, I thought it was like she does that, and obviously she's a virgin, and I'm thinking like that is there, and this is, the version of their bond that is better for TV or whatever.
I remember it getting more graphic later on, and I think it was due to Pennywise being a part of it, but like. I feel like there is a much more implied weird relationship between Beverly and her father in the new movies than there was in the miniseries. And I do think there's something in the new movies where so like right now in the book, as I'm reading it, her mom asked her, has your father ever touched you? But up until this point, even though she's becoming a woman, it's just been like physical violence, not anything beyond that. And she's kind of confused by her mom asking that question. She also apparently has to hear her parents having sex because of the bed spring squeak. and that was the whole thing in the book. But I think there's something later on that ends up making Beverly like run from the house and leave, and her father's chasing her. And I think Pennywise had something to do with that, but I don't remember exactly what it was, and I don't remember how much of that was the assault that we allude to in the newer movies that we leave out of. You know, I worry about you, Bev. I worry a lot.
Ugh.
Oh boy.
Also, while I do love, like you said, the bond between the kids, I do think Jonathan Brandis did a better job stuttering. Because, like, so in the book, Bill is supposed to be the tallest of the group and the most handsome. Like, the idea is that Bill is kind of, even though Ben is the largest, Bill's kind of the biggest, strongest, the leader. Like, he's supposed to be objectively really pretty and kind of big and strong, charismatically, but also kind of physically as well.
Okay.
And the leader of
Makes
the
sense.
group. And that's kind of his superpower, is like he has semi-telepathic abilities, but also like he's the leader. Bev is just skilled at pretty much everything she picks up. There's a whole thing in the book where like Richie has a yo-yo and he can't make it go to sleep, and Bev picks it up and just starts doing tricks with the yo-yo, and she's like, I'm just good at this. I'm good at all this other stuff too. And then she's the best shot with the slingshot. Ben instinctively can just build shit. He just engineers shit. I don't remember what Eddie's. Eddie's got the compass. Yeah, builds the clubhouse, which we kind of leave out of the miniseries. You know, and that's also kind of a big thing in the book too, is their clubhouse and the Barrens. Eddie has the internal compass, and Stan and Richie, like Richie is obviously the comic relief, but like he's the one that brings everyone down, like relaxes the tension in the situations. Like he's the calming one, even though he's by breaking the tension. And Stan is very neat, tidy, organized, like
to a T.
Yeah, very structured, keeps everyone in line. And that's kind of their little shining superpowers that they have in the book. We were talking about the spider and we got way off track. Looked terrible.
Oh, awful.
Yeah. Yes.
Like bad.
Now I can't. Does Eddie die in the miniseries?
Yep.
Okay, because
I just rewatched it.
Yeah.
Like 2 days ago, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot he died in the miniseries. Obviously the new one, yeah, but no, it's both.
Who is that fucking actor?
No, he's.
I don't know, but he's good.
Did he?
Dennis Christopher. Like, what the fuck was he in? He was in Django.
He was the one that died at the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what killed him, because like he just got grabbed and like I guess shook, or whatever. Like
I don't know.
I can tell you how he dies in the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
in the book, I think Richie is caught in like the deadlights, and Pennywise has him, and he does the whole like this is battery acid, spraying the inhaler in the eyes of the spider, blinding it, and then like reaches his arm down into the throat and starts spraying it in the throat so that he lets go of Richie, and the spider bites his arm off.
Georgie style. Damn.
And he bleeds out, I believe, or gets stabbed. One of the two.
Yeah. See, that doesn't happen in the miniseries. Like the thing just grabs him. You don't see no deadlights or nothing like that. Just drops him, and all of a sudden he's dying. Like
maybe it was just the fall. Maybe it was higher than we thought.
There are also
the dimensions weren't making sense.
There are also
eggs.
Yes. The spider lays baby eggs, and they have to destroy the eggs on their way out.
He said nope.
Which, like, see, now you say no, but like my thought was, how cool would it be if like they missed an egg, and then we got a part 2 where the egg hatched? Because my favorite theory about Pennywise, Katie, do you know what this is?
No.
Pennywise is a Bogart.
Okay.
What does a Bogart do?
It fuck it. It's like your worst fear. It takes the shape. Well, that's literally what. Oh,
okay.
god damn it! It does make sense. Okay, everything's Harry Potter. Got it. Check.
I mean,
that's what we've learned here today, kids.
I guess.
Pennywise being a boggart makes so much fucking sense. It's literally the epitome of what you fear. Ridiculous.
Yeah. So, does that mean is there a version that somebody else watches where it's not a spider?
Well, so essentially, and that's the other thing that bothers me is like the cosmic turtle is a huge thing.
I was just going to say something about this turtle.
Okay. So my understanding, and it's been a while and I haven't got into the part where they really get into it, but my understanding is there is this old ancient cosmic turtle, right? Mm-hmm. And it kept the evil that was Pennywise in check for millions of years. And it got weak and got put to sleep. And then Pennywise was able to escape and crash landed to Earth. And the form in which, and they kind of talk about this, we can most perceive what it actually looks like is this giant spider looking thing. But the cosmic turtle speaks to Bill and guides Bill and the rest of the Losers Club and kind of like warns them off some shit. He doesn't explicitly get involved. He doesn't like come down and help them kill Pennywise. He can't do anything from where he's at other than kind of communicate with them and try and guide them a little bit. And once they get into the sewers where it lives, like there's a barrier that cuts them off. They're like, the turtle can't help us here.
How many drugs did Stephen King take when writing this fucking book? Because what do you mean?
I just imagine in his prime writing all of these books, he was high all the time.
LSD was probably involved in some way, shape, or form. A cosmic turtle?
It absolutely was.
Like, come on.
All right. It chapter 1. Because it's been 43 minutes. And I know we've kind of talked about all three movies intertwined with each other, which makes the most sense. And we can keep kind of doing that as we go. We already talked about how in this Ben is the historian, not Mike. Mm-hmm. So It Welcome to Derry takes place in 1962.
Yep.
So this is in the history that Mike. This is there we go. Okay. In the history that Ben explains.
There we go.
Oh, you guys couldn't hear me at all?
You were very robotic-y.
Yeah, you were buffering.
That's right.
In the history that Ben explains in the new movies and Mike explains in the old ones, there are all of these instances that over 27.
Remember when I was the one that had these problems?
Yeah, you gave it to everyone else.
No.
Yes.
Don't put this shit on me.
I will, Mr. Unfriended.
No.
Am I good now?
Oh yeah, you're good now.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to repeat myself, but the history.
Yes.
This is what they call the Black Spot incident. So essentially, black military men have a hangout that is set ablaze by a white supremacist group. Is one of the things that happens in the history. So every time it shows up before he leaves, it is marked with a great tragedy. So the Black Spot burning is one. There's the murder of like gangsters in Derry in what would be the 30s in the new timeline. That's another. There's the Kitchener Ironworks explosion. I talked about the Kitchener, whatever, where there was an Easter egg hunt and all these kids were there and the ironworks exploded and they were finding dead kids hanging from trees and shit. And it was a whole thing. And we see a little bit of that with Ben in the library when he's reading about it and then follows the eggs. Does not happen in the book, by the way. That's not a thing.
Also, why the fuck you following them eggs?
Yeah, burning eggs. The fuck? What are you doing?
Never.
Ben does spend a lot of time in the library, though. Also, I will say, in chapter 2, they got Ben right, because nothing against John Ritter. John Ritter is a lovely man, but Ben is supposed to be like absolutely gorgeous when he grows up and like lost a fuck ton of weight. And
New Ben?
John Ritter was
Best.
still a little chubby, you know,
A
like
little bit. Not crazy, but like
apparently
a little
Ben's
bit.
got like a six pack, and like as he starts remembering shit, the H that Henry carved into his belly reappears. Also, Ben is a badass in the book, so like that whole thing where Henry and them like attack him, and Henry starts carving his name into Ben's belly, right?
Yeah.
Ben's sitting there, he's being held. Henry's doing this, like the friends are kind of looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? And Ben kicks Henry in the stomach. And I know that in the movie it rolls into kind of like the Rock fight, I think.
Yeah. I think.
Or maybe he stumbles
Yeah.
upon Bill and Eddie, and then
Yes. That was it.
they
Because I
don't
think
find
like
him.
because in the miniseries, like I don't think he had the knife, but I think he actually cut him in the miniseries before.
Well,
Not
yeah,
the
'cause-
miniseries, no.
Yeah.
Made for TV, they had to get all the fun shit
The fun
out.
stuff.
Like there's a whole fucking fight. Like he kicks Henry in the chest, goes backwards, knocks Henry on his ass. Henry comes down, trips, hits his head. Like they're kind of brawling, and he gets the better of Henry and then escapes and hides. And then Henry finds them building the dam, and they kick down their dam and talk shit about it. And then like they build up or they meet up, and Ben's like, hey, I can show you how to build a real dam. And they're like, how do you know? And he goes, I don't know. I just know how to do it. And they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, it's crazy.
do
It's
it.
like you're an architect or something when you grow up. It's weird.
And then later when they go to the movies, they come outside and Henry's waiting for them because he's ready to kill. He wanted to murder Ben for getting the better of him in the Barrens. So he finds them and he comes charging in. And I think Beverly gets grabbed by her hair and like thrown into a wall, and Ben loses his shit and
Oh, yeah,
knocks
that's his
Henry on
girl.
his ass
He'd be doing
again.
that.
Then he charges through and knocks another kid down, and Richie's like blocking punches with a fucking trash can lid. And
All right, Captain America, calm down.
I'm pretty sure at one point he kicked Henry in the balls really hard, and that's how he escaped.
Love that.
So Ben was fighting back. There's all.
Good.
Did I write it down? I don't think I wrote it down. God damn it, I might have. Oh yeah, there's this character in the book, Bradley Donovan, and I feel so bad for this kid, like so bad, because they
Okay.
talk about him twice so far, and I think that's about it, right? In the book, Bradley Donovan shows up one day with Bill. Bradley has a lisp, and him and Bill go to the same speech therapist. So Bill had to go out of town to speech therapist. Bradley was there. They come down to the Barrens. They find Richie, Bev, and Ben hanging out. And they make a point of saying that when Bill saw Beverly, he immediately accepted her as part of the group, but clearly Bradley wasn't one of them. And then later, Bradley's hanging out with them again. And again, there's a discussion like they're fucking playing some game with pennies or some shit. And he gets mad and calls Beverly a cheater and says we shouldn't let girls play games. And there's a whole thing. And Ben flips the fuck out, like gets in his face. Like, you don't talk about her like that. She didn't cheat. Blah, blah, blah. Because explicitly again, Bradley's there, but he's not one of us. He just kind of
Damn.
exists off to the side. I'm like, God damn,
Sucks.
Bradley. Poor dude.
That's
Sucks as fuck, Bradley.
Yeah, we talked about how Mike's parents didn't die in a fire. Eddie's mom is more book accurate here. Eddie's mom was not fat in the miniseries at all. She was skinny.
Yeah.
And
Right.
not really as overbearing as you would like. It's Munchausen syndrome with Eddie.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
100%. They're gazebos. They're bullshit. I say it all the time.
and that's one of the best parts of the movie. Like, the kids are absolutely fucking fantastic.
I say that, and I'm always like, do not fucking touch me all the time. The kids are the funniest thing in the whole world.
And honestly, Eddie was so much better in the second set of movies than he was in the miniseries. Like, he was just kind of there in the miniseries. Like, as a kid, he was fine. He was just a scrawny little kid, like, whatever, had
Yeah.
asthma.
Oh yeah.
This is battery acid, you asshole, was like the best thing he did.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, no,
And
the kids in the
banger
remake
after
version.
banger in chapter 1.
Yeah,
Fucking fantastic.
They killed that shit. Like you could tell they had like they didn't know each other. They built chemistry. They took time to like really develop it before they even got on set. Like that was too good.
Also, in the scene with Beverly where like the blood's in there and they like decide to go clean the room,
Mhm.
it's Ben, Stan, Eddie, and Beverly. Bill and Richie are not there.
Oh.
And it's actually Stan who's like, because so there's a point in the books, right, where everyone kind of sits down and tells a story of how they encountered it, like what they saw it as. Ben talks
Right.
about how it was a mummy and he saw balloons that were floating against the wind. And Eddie talks about the leper that, tried to blow him. And Bill talks about, which was more, again, accurate in the miniseries, Georgie's picture book flipping open and Georgie winking at him and blood coming out of the picture book and it being a whole thing. Yeah. And Richie hadn't seen anything yet. And Stan had, but before Stan can like tell everyone what he saw, they get cut off. And then after cleaning up Beverly's house, so he's like, they go in there and they're like, holy shit, yeah, no, this is fucked up. So like they spend the day cleaning and Beverly's like, well, what am I gonna do about these rags? And Stan's like, oh, I got 50 cents. We'll just go to the laundromat and we'll wash them. And they're like, well, blood doesn't really wash out of rags. And he's like, her parents can't see the blood anyway. So like, what does it matter?
Oh, true.
So we'll just wash them and put them back and your mom won't know they're used. So like they go and they do this whole laundromat thing. And that's when Stan starts telling the story of like what he saw looking for a cardinal at the standpipe and so on and so forth. And that's kind of where I'm at now that's from Beverly's perspective, remembering what Stan told, because obviously Stan's dead. So we can't hear it from Stan's perspective. Stan died like immediately.
Damn.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Hate to see it.
But that's why I said like Stan has these things where he's a little more active than he was in either of the movies. And I think I like Stan better in the miniseries than I didn't, because again, outside of like him getting bit on the head and just kind of whining the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, Stan's like my least favorite character overall across the board.
In fairness, I would say he was probably the most traumatized. I mean, all them teeth sinking into your face. I don't know that I'd be okay after that either.
His obsession with collecting birds is not in the second set of movies at all.
Nope.
I don't want to know what that was about.
Well, so it's a thing from his dad.
Scout.
So like,
in
at least
the miniseries, he is.
Yeah. In the book, he's not.
Yeah.
This is like a bonding thing with his dad, where like his dad, I forget where his dad works, but his dad will like tell him about, hey, well, what? And he's got this book, and it's kind of part of like his neat uniform. Like, I'm assuming he's, slightly on the spectrum, maybe a little autistic. Like he's like, obviously I know what a cardinal looks like and I don't have to look at the book, but I have a routine that I have to follow it. It centers me and helps me, blah, blah, blah. So like he has to go and study the bird and everything, even though there's no mistaking this cardinal for anything else. So like he has that he has to do. And he's like, I need to see it clearly to collect it and write it down in my book. I can't just like, if the lighting's not right or whatever, and I don't get a good look at it, even though I'm pretty sure I saw it, I can't do it unless I know for certain that I've seen it. Like it's a very regimented thing for him.
It's like an OCD type situation.
Yeah.
Very much part of his character. So, but the kids are amazing in chapter 1, and even in chapter 2 when we go back to them and kind of like fill in some of the gaps, because that's one thing that I think both the movie and the miniseries, I guess the miniseries did a little better, but a lot of this in the book is them as adults telling memories,
right,
or kind of recounting memories in their head to you about what happened in their childhood, whereas in the movies, it just their childhood plays out, and then the adults show up in the next movie, and then we kind of go back to some stuff in their childhood. But the whole book is like back and forth time jumps, like each person as an adult remembering something from their childhood. I do think the ritual of Chud is in the book.
Okay.
but it's not in the miniseries.
Nope.
We don't talk about the Indians at all in the miniseries.
Nope.
No.
Fuck Mike.
Yeah.
Fuck Mike.
Agree.
Because that is some bullshit. Like, he stole from Native Americans, which is the most American thing he could do, but still fucked up.
That's strike one.
Drugged Bill without consent.
Strike two.
Yeah.
And then lied to dragged them all back, brought them in the sewer, promised them that they could defeat it by doing a ritual, and lied, knowing that the ritual didn't work because he thought, the Indians didn't really believe that they could beat it.
Strike three, game over, you're out.
That's usually something that happens to the black dude. He's not usually the perpetrator in these situations. That's what's worse.
And they all still liked him at the end. Like, Bill was like, yeah, no, go off and live your life. Get the fuck out of Derry. Have a good time. Like, I love you, Mike. And I would have been like, no, fuck you.
Right.
Oh, wait, that's something else that's different between, and you'll have to tell me if it even happens in the book. In the miniseries, Mike gets stabbed and doesn't even go with them to the end.
True.
In chapter 2, and he gets stabbed in the fucking face. But they all still go.
It's a combination, right?
Okay.
I know that Mike ends up in the hospital in the book because there's a point where they all send their strength to Mike because somebody's coming to kill him in the hospital room while he's laid up. So they project their strength to him to help him survive that. But I do believe Eddie gets attacked by Henry Bowers first. And Richie puts an axe in Henry Bowers' head and saves Mike. But I think Mike gets fucked up before Richie shows up. Pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, because in chapter 2, he kind of just gets here.
He gets stabbed up pretty good. So it's kind of a combination too.
He puts an axe in Henry's head and he doesn't die?
No, he does.
Oh, I was about to... Oh. Okay.
I don't know that it's Henry that comes back for Mike. It might be Pennywise or something.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't remember. I have to get to it, but I know that there's a point where they have to send their strength to him, and I'm not, because that's not how Richie killed him in the movie, right?
In chapter 2, that's how he kills him. Yeah.
I might be confusing that then, but with an axe.
Axe to the head. Mm-hmm.
But I know Richie does save Mike, but Mike gets fucked up in the library before Richie saves him.
Yeah, in chapter 2, it's a quick fight scene between Henry and Mike. And he gets kind of sliced up right here in the forearm area, and then a little tiny hatchet to the back of the head.
And does Henry off his dad in the book? Just in, I think.
So his dad's not a cop in the books. His dad's a farmer and kind of treats him like shit.
Well,
beats him up.
So that's
parental abuse is a huge thing in the books.
Oh yeah.
All these parents are beating the fuck out of their kids.
That's not shocking in any capacity.
Beverly's dad's beating Beverly because a woman, according to Beverly's father, needs a little more guidance than a boy would.
Gross. Okay.
So he's got to be a little sterner with her.
Hate that.
Henry's dad, Henry gives his dad every reason
to actually beat the shit out of him.
But that's part of why Henry is the way he is because his dad just beats the shit out of him for pretty much anything and everything he does that's bad or wrong. There's a lot, and then the emotional abuse of Bill where his parents just basically ignore that he exists. After he's like, maybe my parents only love me because Georgie lived, and once Georgie died, all the love they had for me went away with Georgie. And it's really
like Stand By Me.
Kinda. Yeah. That was another great group of kids.
Oh,
that also remind me of the Losers Club.
Oh, 100%. Fuck, Stand By Me is such a good movie.
Minus the girl, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And the black kid.
Well, true. Yeah, there's also 7 verse 4. So.
Yeah. But we did have a fat kid. We did have a leader. We did have, the comic relief, even though in Stand By Me he was a little fucking crazy. And I don't know if you prefer Seth Green over fucking
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's such a good movie. Anyways,
what were we talking about? Oh,
if he loads,
loading.
I hear him. Where's the bodega?
What?
Justin,
There's
Just. Hey.
we can't see you.
there's some maybe the it is at my internet.
Oh,
It was at
shit.
Matt's earlier.
You know,
man.
maybe there's something.
If he
Yeah,
pops
Michael
up with a
Jackson's
fucking
house.
clown paint on, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Oh.
There it is.
I got scared for a second.
Hey.
For a minute,
you
I
was
thought that it
Well,
took
you was
over.
at Michael Blackson's house.
Oh my
Ladies
God.
and gentlemen,
The
from the Get Show
Coureur.
podcast, it's your boy Just.
That's right. That's right. We're here. Welcome to
What'd you have for a
Derry,
late
where
dinner?
the
Was it
players
Chinese?
play,
Stop
and we
it.
pop balloons every day. R.I.P. to the homie Georgie that sailed away.
Bars. Okay.
Bars.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What was your late dinner? Was it Chinese?
Korean.
No fun fortune cookies with messages inside.
No,
Ew, or weird
no,
little
no.
body parts or animals and what?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nope. Hated all that.
Where are we at? Are we at the show?
All over the place.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
okay.
all over the
Movies.
place.
Because I heard that you guys were talking about the first mini series with the homie Jonathan Brandis also, and then I heard you guys talking about the movie. So I was like, which part are they at? So, but you guys are just all over.
We kind
we've
of
been bouncing-
compared the
bouncing
two throughout. Like we were
Okay.
talking about the miniseries, then we're talking about all the differences between the miniseries
Mhm.
and the movies, and then who got what right as we were going along.
Okay.
We talk. I mean, I mentioned Audra's non-existent in its chapter 2, and she's a big part of the book and the end
Right,
of
right,
chapter
right.
1. Like that whole thing where Bill has she's in a coma for weeks, and I
Yeah.
think Bill and Audra actually move to and live in Derry after she wakes up. Like they stay in Derry.
Yeah.
And he has to go get his old bike and put her on that, and they just start like riding down the hill on that street to get her to snap out of it, because like she was just in that trance basically after everything went down.
Derry's based on Stephen King's hometown, right?
Is it?
I don't know.
That I don't know.
Okay.
I know it's not a real place.
It's not.
No,
Definitely seems like it would be.
Oh yeah, for
Like-
sure.
it might be based on features of his hometown, but Derry, the town of Derry, as far as I know, does not exist. He made that up.
Right. Okay.
I prefer Jessica Chastain to Annette O'Toole personally, but
Oh yeah, of course.
I said I had issues with Mike and him being shady. Can we talk? Yes.
Derry is a real place, but it's kind of based off 2 locations. A fictional town from Stephen King's books, or real cities in both Northern Ireland and New Hampshire.
So Derry, Maine is not a real place.
No.
Correct. Okay.
Derry, New Hampshire. However.
Yes.
Real place.
Let's talk about Bev from chapter 2, because this woman goes in Mrs. Kirsch's house.
Oh yeah.
Mrs. Kirsch is off, making tea and getting naked for whatever reason, and this woman just rips up her baseboard.
She does.
Just starts destroying this woman's apartment to go find an old pack of cigarettes and a love letter. And at no point did obviously she couldn't fix it, because we find out that the house is destroyed anyway and it's not real and blah 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 and all that. But like, she didn't even try. Like, what the fuck were you like? You were gonna leave and she was just gonna go in that room and be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Well. Oh well.
I mean,
She ain't giving no
I don't
fucks.
know. want to say after having the chat with her and all that was going on in the dark, I don't know how else to respond at that point.
Right. I mean, when somebody's going through something like that, there's like all the the courtesy level is out the window,
Yeah. No,
I don't think that's true.
Bev's got PTSD.
Listen, Just,
Right.
I love you. I don't care what you're going through in life. If you come in and start ripping the baseboards off in my house, we're gonna have a fucking problem.
Yeah, baseboards is crazy work.
Also, too, I'm so stupid. I just realized the Chinese restaurant reference. I'm so dumb.
Oh, I love you, Jess.
I was just like, oh, okay.
That's all right.
See,
You got there.
I had a joke when he said Chinese that would have just kept it going, but like it's kind of fucked up.
We can come back to it. We can come back to it.
Well, I was gonna say I noticed there's no cat sitting on the bread in there, so I wonder what happened to him.
Also, too, I would never trust going to a Chinese restaurant where one of the owner student is not doing their homework right in one of the tables. That's how you know that Chinese restaurant is probably not good.
That is a fact. That's a fact.
We're gonna ignore.
Yeah,
the
you
fact
know,
that Just
you know,
Filipino,
you know.
We're just gonna let him
Bruh.
cover all the bases here.
Chinese restaurants are the only places ever where I'm sitting there giving my order to a child.
Yes, yes, and they can handle 20 orders in like 5 seconds.
Efficient. So it's like them jokes and stereotypes and shit. Like they can't even get mad. Like I literally do this shit.
And the place is good. That's why everybody go there. The place is
Hell
good.
yeah. Damn right.
You know what? That place is it.
God damn it.
So one of my favorite things from it chapter 2 was the Ben bait and switch, where we get introduced to Ben, and you think that the person that's at the boardroom talking, because it looks like what Ben would look like if he grew up, is Ben, and then Ben pops up on the monitor. So one of the things in the book that's really cool is the building that they're talking about that he built, this one that in the miniseries he got an award for, and that they're debating, and they're like, oh, I want to put up walls. Basically, there is a tunnel between the adult library and the children's library at the Derry library. And the building that he built is just that glass tunnel that he loved walking through so much, stood up on end.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love that.
Yeah.
We talked about the spider at the end of the miniseries. How do we feel about Spider Pennywise at the end of it chapter 2?
Has it always got to be something spider related?
Right.
Couldn't do anything different.
Spiders. Why does it gotta be spiders?
Because the
Always.
I explained that already in the book.
Because Harry Potter.
Because Harry Potter.
Can
Is
I
it?
just say it's not even so much that got me, because it's like whatever. It's they insulted him to death.
They bullied him to death.
Like what? He
Yeah,
just
like, at
deflates like a balloon.
School, like silver and shit. They just bully him.
I believe there is a door that they go through in the book, and again, they have to like attack the spider, and they do rip the spider's heart out to destroy it. Like that is a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
They
how
do
you
it-
kill it. Is you get its heart.
They do in
Yeah,
chapter
the
2.
miniseries, the
I know.
miniseries version.
But I'm pretty sure there is no them making fun of it until it's small enough for them to just reach in. And also, it feeds on fear, right? So they're bullying
Yeah.
this thing. Mike goes in to grab its heart, and it like lunges at Mike, and Mike draws back in fear. And my thought was that would give him some of his strength back, and he'd start getting bigger again. Like
It should.
Nah, I don't think it was enough. It was just a little. It's like
you're just a
fuck.
clown.
That's just a two
You're
for
a fucking
punching, I guess.
clown. It's like
See-
it's so stupid.
Why the it character can't be in any one of our cities? Because they'll just get straight roasted on some, the minute that it pops off, like get your old $2 clown outfit, man. Look at your nose, man. Who drew that on you? You know what I'm saying? You look like a Timo version of, Bozo the Clown. Like it would just diminish, the time it would show up in like
Especially with kids
Philadelphia,
nowadays.
New York,
Oh, it's game over.
Chicago, right?
Oh yeah, no.
Pennywise don't stand a
God
chance.
damn it, Jess.
It's over. For
You
me.
said Timu version of Bozo the Clown, and my first thought was, "Where's your buckets, bitch? Where's your buckets, bitch?"
Exactly, man.
Oh,
Like you ain't
Jesus.
even scary, man. Get out of
You're
here.
not even scary.
Right. Get your old Busty the Clown looking at it. Come
I
on.
would be more afraid of kids in this generation than I would be afraid of a clown.
Oh, teenagers
Facts.
actually scare
Facts.
me.
yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
great because if you guys ever encountered it would just be teenagers making fun of you.
Oh shit, no.
Yo.
I got bullied in high school. I can't do this. I can't.
Yeah.
I'll leave.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Just seeing two numbers is like cringe, The two numbers I'm talking about?
What two numbers, Jess?
Oh man. It's numbers that are in between 5 and 8.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
The kids at work do that, and it irritates me in my core. I'm like, what the fuck does it mean? It means nothing, but like, don't
Oh.
say it then.
Zoe did it the other day, and I shut that shit down real quick.
Oh, God. Too young for this. Like,
Ah,
Not having it. Not my
no.
house.
Not today.
mm.
But should we talk about the show?
Yeah, we can talk about the show. So we already kind of talked about where Welcome to Derry takes place, 1962. So from what I heard, they have 3 seasons planned where they're gonna go further back in time. So they're gonna start in 62, they're going to 39, and then like 1901 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume it's like the Kitchener Ironworks explosion, and then maybe the Bradley gang
Maybe.
is my thought. But
Well, wouldn't this one be the black spot?
no, 62 is the black spot. So I'm saying as we go
Okay.
further back in time, the Kitchener Ironworks explosion, and then the Bradley gang would be the.
Oh, okay, that's what you're saying.
So
Okay.
everyone's seen it episode 2.
Yes.
Yep.
The very end of the show, they pull that car out of the ground, right?
With
So
bodies.
Dick Halloran, who is in the book, is the Dick Halloran from The Shining.
From the shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is in the book. He is one of the few people that survives the burning at the black spot because of his shining. He's able to escape. It's mentioned in the Shining book. It is canon in it as well. Briefly mentioned there. So Dick Halloran is being used by the military. I can't give you guys too much, but essentially, I think we're all on the same page from what you guys know, that the military wants to use it as a weapon in the Cold War.
100%.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
exactly what they're trying to do.
I'm not going to tell you how they even know about it. You'll find out. But that's the
Okay,
goal,
so
is
we'll
they're
find out
trying to
next
find it.
episode. Got it.
And they're using Dick Halloran to try and find it through his shining sense.
Yeah.
The car that they pull out of the ground is the Bradley gang car from the massacre.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay.
Since Just messaged me about it, the very first episode. So Matty Clements is someone who dies in the book. He's one of the kids that dies before Georgie.
Okay.
Here, he is the first official death in the miniseries, way before those kids are even born. And we see a live mutant baby birth
Yeah.
in the weirdest car ride fucking ever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fact that
That part.
two episodes back to back, you get graphic birth scenes, and for what? For who? Really? Not for me.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this between Twisted Metal and this show, I don't think I can see another umbilical cord in life. Like
Oh, big baby.
I don't think I
So
can.
the betrayal, my understanding from reading, the betrayal of Maddie Clemens is really two characters from the book that they've kind of put together. They took Maddie's name, but from what I've seen, his abusive father and things like that, it's more Eddie Corcoran, who is another character that is killed. His brother was killed by his stepfather, and his stepfather was abusive, and then he ran away, and then he also got attacked by the clown later in the park. It was a whole thing, but they kind of combined those two characters into one.
Isn't that
Nowhere in
the
the book.
Isn't that the last name of the brother and sister who died in the first episode?
No.
Okay. I was writing a lot of things down
So-
watching the show, and nothing was making sense.
I don't
I'm
know
trying
if
to-
this is where they're going or not, because we do know that Will Hanlon, Mike Hanlon's father, is in this.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of thought maybe this was going to set up like the parents of the kids from the movie all somehow interacted with it. But I can't find, outside of Teddy Uris, who is Stanley Uris's uncle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's his older brother that has Stan.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that tracks clearly.
And Mike Hanlon, or Will Hanlon. I can't see anyone else tied to the rest of the losers.
I've seen things saying that Margie is Eddie's mom, I think.
I thought the same thing. The problem is Eddie's mom
Oh.
in both the book and the movies is Sonia Kazbrak.
Okay.
But I thought the same thing at first.
that's what the streets are saying. I don't know how true it is. I
Well,
guess
the
we'll find
streets need to
out.
learn how to read a fucking book.
Okay, you need to relax.
And also credits. Also credits.
They said that like they created characters for this show, so relax.
Yeah, but it's a prequel to the last two movies, and canonically in the movies, she is Sonia Kazbrak. Like if you look it up, that is her name, Sonia Kazbrak in IMDb.
Maybe she changes her name in movies. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, people change their name all the time. Zoe wanted to change her name. She told me that the other day.
Hey,
To
Which
what?
one changed to?
I don't remember.
Oh, so you can't tell us that and not tell us.
I was like, when you get older, you can change your name to whatever the fuck you want.
It's
I
a
think
pain
it was
in
her
the ass to
middle
change your
name,
Go
though.
ahead.
I don't think it was her first name. I think it was her middle name. She also
She just
wanted to give her
wanted to change her
dog a middle name. So I think it was Jake. She's like Ozzy Jake Ritter or some shit like that. I'm like, talk to your mom about that.
hey.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
Listen, I mean, characters change their names in movies too. I mean, Rey
Eh,
at one point had no last name. Now she's a Skywalker.
Oh,
So
God,
it happens.
that's so true. I ain't doing
She's
that.
Palpatine, but yeah.
Mind you, this whole thing with Zoe happened because she wanted to know what the rest of Godzilla's name was, and I told her there is no rest of his name. It's just Godzilla.
That's it.
Oh, it's just Godzilla.
One name. It's one name. It's like Seal. Like,
Yeah, but she wants to know why he
Sure.
doesn't have a last name and a middle name.
Well,
we
I
don't
mean,
these
she can make
rules.
one if she wants to. Whatever she wants to do.
But yeah, I kind of thought that's where we were going, and maybe Grogan, the girl whose dad is arrested.
Ronnie, yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Is arrested falsely for the murder of the children. Because like,
Depending
how
on the
crazy
black
would
man.
like? I think we were all on the same page, right? Like we thought Teddy, his friend,
It's like Phil and Sue was his little sister.
did I write their names
Lily. I'm just naming all the kids.
down? Luckily, I had this all pulled up, and it's like in my recent search history. So, Ronnie, Lily, Teddy, and Phil, and Phil's sister. But like Phil, like those four, we thought were gonna be like the main kids, and then they killed
Right. Right.
3 of them.
Just
Counting the little
immediately.
sister. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, first you give me a live birth at the beginning of the episode, and at the end you murder what I was assuming was going to be 2 of the main children.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
If not 3.
Yeah, no, the mutant baby thing was just like
Gross. For what?
It was really graphic. I mean, it was really graphic.
Yeah. Listen, I've seen. I took a child development class. I had to see it. Ain't nothing like that.
it's not often that I cringe at shit that I see in movies anymore, but the whole thing with the car ride and
I was just
Like,
like,
just-
I was
Dude.
saying, I said nothing, like, and I watched it like headphones and it was just like looking at a screen, but I was just like, I had my jaw dropped, no react. I didn't know what to do. I looked around, I
When
was
she
like,
put her
where do I go?
hand in the liver, and she was smelling it, I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
what the
And then the
hell?
dude gets spelling shit, and then you saw his eyes.
And the
are
words got
crooked,
more
like-
fucked up as he kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called like sodomy, kidnapping,
Yeah.
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 What
cadaver.
the hell?
And then mom
Oh, man.
squeezes out a weird demon baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
and
Because
because
everyone wants
and-
the weird demon
And
baby.
you see her like it's swinging around on the umbilical cord while it's still attached to her and shit. Like
Just blame me for the demon baby birth.
Wait, why?
because I know I can't pinpoint it, but I know Matt had at some point made a demon baby joke. Demon
That would
baby, not
surprise
birth
me.
of a demon baby, but a demon
Oh,
baby
okay.
joke.
So
Yeah.
he's
Come on,
not
come on.
fully
Am I-
blaming you.
am I tripping right now,
Hold
or is he
on.
pink?
He's pink.
It's just a hue.
Because I keep looking, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why my guy look like he turned into Patrick Star over here?
Now-
Like, what was happening?
Katie. You
Yes.
said he's not fully blaming me. Let me read you
Oh
the
my
text
gosh.
message.
No.
Oh,
It
I was
says-
just going based off that, but okay.
Didn't think Welcome to Derry was about giving birth. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Not gonna lie, I know you have joked about demon babies at some point, so you made this happen.
Justin.
Hey, I only recall things that I remember,
All right,
That's so
then.
funny.
Damn.
So I apologize to everyone who had to watch a deformed winged child live birth from a vagina on their screen.
Okay, but like, can we blame him for the second birth too, or
The crazy stuff about this, it was how
No.
much detail they gave to the birth, too, like the placenta and all
Too
that.
much.
Like,
too much?
it was like too accurate. I mean, props
You-
for the details, but
There's a line, and y'all crossed it for what?
I thought the pacifier thing was kind of weird.
I have issues with that as
Oh,
well.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
10
for
years
sure.
old. What's going on
I
with
was
the baby?
I was convinced for at least the first couple minutes that he had a ring pop in, and
Yes,
it
me
wasn't an
too.
actual pacifier. I'm like, all right,
No,
I see
you're
he
getting
got
too
some
much
little.
credit.
I see he got some snacks over there. Maybe he's got the 1st
Mhm.
legit ring pop that was ever made.
Mhm.
And then he knocks it
Same.
out. There's actually a pacifier. I'm like, now it's disturbing. Now it's gotten weird.
So, as much as I
Wow,
am
look
enjoying the first 3 episodes of Welcome to Derry, and we'll talk a little bit more about it before we get out of here, I will say I have noticed it suffers a little bit from some bad CGI, including that pacifier when it gets knocked out of his mouth and is floating down the river. But there's some other stuff
Mhm.
that I kind of would have liked the CGI to be a little bit better on.
Mhm.
Okay,
So,
such as
I can't tell you because you haven't watched
It's
it.
in the because I watched the 3rd episode, so I know the part you're talking about.
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you, Jess.
Hey, come on. Man.
I'll watch it tomorrow. Whatever. We'll get back to it.
Um,
It's fine.
we talked about Mike Hanlon, or not Mike Hanlon. We talked about Dick Halloran,
There you go.
right?
You're getting there.
But also Mike Hanlon's grandfather is an airman who is the subject of some racism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently, he also has a war
Yes.
injury that injured his amygdala, which means he does not have any fear.
It's almost like he's perfect to fight Pennywise or something.
So that is the general's idea. He comes to him and he's like they stage like a whole racist beatdown and gas masks and shit
Which
Yeah.
is crazy.
just to like see if he'd get scared, and he didn't get scared. And he's like, "I'm gonna need you when I find this thing. We're gonna need a guy like you who has no fear." Because the general is very aware of what it is and what it feeds on, apparently.
Which, like, how do they know?
They always
Do they
know.
explain it a little bit in the next episode? Is that where you're putting your hands up, or you just don't
They're
know?
the government. They're the government. They always know.
I mean, true.
What do you mean, goddamn it, Katie? We're lore whores. We need the lore.
I'm
Yeah.
aware.
I will say that one scene where he visits the dude that he put in jail and he shows him the Korean
What?
Glock.
No, that's
yeah,
in episode
yeah, yeah.
2. The Soviet
And
gun. Yeah.
He was trying to see if like he can handle it because he was one of the people, and he couldn't.
He
And he
struggled.
went back. And he went back to the his officer, and he figured it out. I want to be like, how about I hit you with that lead pipe and see if I can see if you're strong enough to take it.
Yeah, they beat his ass.
Did the lead pipe, was that necessary? I mean,
No. The lead pipe, the gas masks. I mean, shout out to his homie whose name I don't remember. I think
I don't
Danny
either.
or something.
His wife is also an activist, and he's like, "You can't be an activist because you're gonna fuck up my military career. I'm gonna need you to calm down and just chill." She goes to break up a fight with some boys. By the way, the name of the butcher that she was visiting
Kirsch.
was Kirsch.
That's why when you said it, I don't know if you saw my face. I had to flip my page. I was like, I
Oh,
wrote that name
yeah.
down and welcome to Derry.
Hmm. That also
Smart.
brings up something too, because I don't remember if they said it in the miniseries or if it was in the remakes, but somebody brings up how they say the whole town is it, and then if you watch like, because the kids getting beat up, and that it happens throughout like in the remake and the miniseries too. It's like when something happens, people will look and just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go. They don't pay no attention to it. They just completely oblivious, or they see what's happening, but they intentionally ignore it and keep going about their business.
Ben being
And,
attacked by Henry Bowers in a car just driving
Yeah.
by.
the boys will be boys type BS.
Right.
Oh,
The butcher is just chilling, and she goes across the street and looks back, and he's just standing there, like, it is what it is.
By the way, that scene also gave me a little PTSD because Charlene actually did that at Natalie's school. She broke up a fight between like a dude who was getting bullied, and
for sure.
this happened, and she told the teacher, and then she comes home, she tells me, and I'm like, "What? Who are you?"
Who are you? Your wife's a bad bitch. Just
So
let
you
it
basically
happen.
had the same reaction that he had. It was like, what are you doing?
It's crazy.
What? I was like, Natalie, you're gonna have to go to your in-laws' house, or you have to go to grandma's house for a second, because balloons be popping a bit. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Justin.
Their hangout. So poor Maddie, not only does he get attacked by Demon Baby after live birth and loses his pacifier, but like he has a crush on Lily, who's
Oh,
a little mentally unstable after her father died at a pickle jarring plant. And then they talk about how parts of his bodies were found in pickle jars all over the state, which wasn't true. But then she finds the pickle jars.
Crazy.
once
She-
again, fucking kids are the most evil beings on this planet.
Well,
Oh, Margie and her
pickle
little group of
jars?
friends are fucking terrible.
Like,
Maine. It's
oh,
also
the
Maine.
patty cakes?
It's
Yeah,
also
patty
Maine
cakes.
too. It's Maine also.
like I'm sorry. I don't think fucking up kids in any sense is right. But if you're
Sure.
gonna fuck some kids up, there's a couple that you could start with instead. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't.
Oh,
These douchebags.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
What?
back up real quick. I forgot. So that whole thing in the beginning of it, chapter 2, with Adrian Mellon, where like they're mad at the gay guy, and then they're
Yeah.
that is all in the book. That is actually like how the book kind of sort like early on in the book how it starts. And when Mike
Oh.
figures out that it is back before he calls everyone back, like that's a whole thing. They get very into like Don, his boyfriend, and Adrian and their life there, and how Don's like they hate gay people here, and Adrian's like, no, but Derry's so pretty and I like it here, and fuck the haters, and
Mm.
yeah, it's a
Oh.
whole big thing.
I thought that was
Over
like
a hat.
purely for. Yeah, I thought that was like purely for like I don't want to say inclusion, but like it just for
For the gays.
the remake in
I'll
chapter
say it.
2.
I'll say it for.
Just
Yeah.
For the gays.
Nope, that's all in there, and they left that out of the miniseries too. But So anyway, poor Maddie has a crush on Lily, who may or may not be crazy, tries to kiss her. She rejects him. Then she feels guilty, thinking that her rejection is why he ran off and got murdered. But his hangout that he took her to, that is the Derry Standpipe. If you pay attention in the background, there's a plaque, and it says Derry Standpipe. And
I
in
wasn't
the
looking that
book,
close.
I know you were. That's why I'm here. In the book, the Derry Standpipe was like a tourist attraction, but some kids drowned in there because they didn't close the door to like where the water actually is. They got in there, they fell, and they drowned because they couldn't get out. So like they shut it down and closed it off, which is why in this it's like shut down and closed off, and that's why they can go up there and hang out. But like the door to the actual water part of it, where most of Derry's town water is held, is locked constantly.
Okay. Crazy. Hate that. Love it. Okay.
What else?
You know what's weird that you just said that? Because every time they have flashbacks, like when the it happens, like it's always them looking above like a tunnel. So I wonder if that tunnel has something to do with where it is actually at.
No, so there's there is the whole thing. There's a whole thing in the book where like Derry had really bad plumbing, and like they rebuilt the sewers and everything because the plumbing used to get backed up, and like it was a whole thing where like the barrens would flood and like people's shit would like back up. So like they did have to like rebuild the whole thing. And the house on Neibolt Street is where the well is that it lives, and it's like the entrance into everything down there. It's also near a train yard. They talk about trains a lot. It's a whole thing in the book, for whatever reason. So, I don't know. I don't know that is not, I don't think, a part of the Derry Standpipe that he's looking up. I don't think he's in the Standpipe.
Okay.
Because as far as I know, that's still full of water.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
But,
Gotcha.
anything else from the first two episodes stand out that you guys want to talk about that we didn't mention, other than her, seeing her dad's body parts in pickle jars and freaking out, and then
Dude, that was
getting
crazy.
sent back to a mental institution
Jennifer
after Juniper Hill, which is also where Henry Bowers ends up. Also, Henry Bowers does have his hair scared white, like in the miniseries, and then we don't see that in it chapter 2 for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Huh.
He looked a lot older in the miniseries than he should have, but that's not here nor there. But yeah, no. So
He was old as fuck in the miniseries.
Yeah. He was like aged up on top of the white hair.
Yeah.
What's the name of the kid that is into science? Oh, Will, right? Will?
Yeah.
So he has a line, what the kids call a Riz line nowadays. When he's talking to the girl in the classroom, he's like, "Why do you smell?" He's like, "Oh, I was part of the stink bomb." And he goes and says, "What are you reading?" He's reading about science. Science is boring. Then he says, the same thing that is in the stink bomb are elements that are actually in like Jupiter and Neptune. So one would say, I'm in a smoke a fart, or I'm in stardust. I'm like, and
He
she
was definitely trying to
give like a little
100%.
smile. I'm like, look at Will. Go ahead, boy.
No, he
was
definitely
nerd.
100%.
Yeah, but if you
Nerd.
so you got to see episode 3, but there's okay.
Okay.
Also, I also want to point out, whoever did the Welcome to Derry wardrobe for all the people and the cast, down. I was thinking of everyone's outfits. Man, they are so nice. So curated too. Thank you.
I don't know what the kids were wearing in the 60s. So
Thank you.
Right.
I thought they were fresh. I thought they were fresh looking.
No, they definitely kill it with the like time period that they chose.
Pieces, yeah.
is it a
Like
period piece?
It's not a period piece.
I mean, in some way, all the historical events that they're using to tie it all in.
It is, but it isn't. It's not like a Nosferatu period piece
Oh,
Or Frankenstein.
or Frankenstein.
What?
That was for you, Rob.
Don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
did that for him, actually.
how dare you? How dare you?
Listen, I'm gonna watch that movie for one reason, and it's Oscar Isaac. That's what I'm watching it for. Mm-hmm.
Which
Oh, man.
he was solid in. I will say at least that.
I can't wait.
You talk about for Frankenstein?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not Robert De Niro?
But what?
Robert De
I
Niro was
never,
Frankenstein.
I never watched that version. I'm talking about the
Oh.
one that
Don't watch
they
it.
just
Yeah,
came
don't
out.
watch it.
Oh,
I wasn't playing.
say what?
All right.
Anything else? No, I don't have anything that we haven't talked about.
Predictions for
Ooh.
upcoming things. We kind of already talked about how some of, if not all of the kids that end up being featured are somehow related to the
Someone
Losers
in
Club.
the show, yeah. They're all related in some capacity.
We do know that the military wants it to
It
fight a
is.
Cold War.
Which is crazy.
We do know that the Fire at the Black Spot is coming. They're setting that up. That's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to be mid-season or like towards the end?
I gotta feel like that's the end.
Well, I guess that
probably
would.
should
I guess
be.
that would make sense. You said it's like when he's getting ready to. When Pennywise
Yeah.
is ready to peace,
Take a nap.
So
hibernate.
with this, so how far is this supposed to be before Dick Halloran winds up at what's the name of that place?
The Overlook.
The
There we
Overlook
go.
Hotel.
Yeah.
Probably roughly about 27 years.
No way. Not 27. Such a specific number. How'd you think of
makes
that?
a lot of sense. Huh.
Hold on, let's see.
Or you just looking at
Well,
many.
You know,
years.
everything happens every 27 years, you know.
Is
So
Jeepers
it's like-
Creepers
Nah, I'm
23
just
or
kidding.
27?
I thought it was 23.
I think it is
24.
23, but every time they say
is
27,
it?
I'm like,
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers is 23.
see,
Yeah.
why? Why are they all gonna be in the 20?
Just look, just mind your business when you see something funny going on. That's
Okay.
really what the moral of the story was. You was being nosy because you seen something and you got caught being nosy, and that was
Yup.
the problem.
Yeah.
You just drive and mind
Okay,
your damn
so-
business.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, AI overview cannot do math
Oh, boy.
because the first line says there are 3 years between the Black Spots events and the Shining setting, but then they give you dates. So the Black
Okay.
Spot event happened in 1962,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and that's based on this, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It actually happened even earlier than 1962. So, because in the book, the kids are in the 80s, so the adults are in the 80s, so the kids are in the 50s. So 27 years before that is actually in the 30s. The Shining takes place in 1974,
Oh.
but I think the
Okay.
movie The Shining takes place in 1974. Hold on.
More Googling.
Huh.
Oh.
Let's see. Here's a Reddit post about it. What do they say?
Love. Reddit
In the
post
book, the
on-
Black Spot incident was in the 1930s. Halloran was in his early 20s, I think, back then, which makes him 70-ish when The Shining takes place.
Wow.
So it's about 40 years between them.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
Hey guys, I have a question.
What's up?
What is I forgot, what is the symbolism of the turtle again?
Oh, the cosmic turtle?
Yeah, the cosmic turtle. What is
We
that
talked
again?
about
Oh my
that-
gosh, she's a
talked about
turtle on her
that
fucking
earlier.
bracelet.
Yeah.
He does.
Oh,
And
yeah,
there was
huh?
And in Welcome to Derry, there was a turtle mascot
Yeah, huh?
hanging out
Telling
in the
you to
background.
duck and to
Crazy.
duck for the atomic bomb.
Completely forgot. I didn't completely forgot about the mascot. I
And
remember
in
the charm.
chapter 1, there's a turtle in Georgie's
Mhm.
room.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There is.
So what
Oh,
is
that I
the
didn't even
symbolism
think I paid
again?
attention.
It's supposed to like
That's-
be brave or something, or
It's- it's-
The cosmic turtle's brave.
The cosmic
Because I
turtle
have a
is
theory. I have a theory, but that's why.
the cosmic turtle is
Oh.
an ancient entity that basically held the evil that was Pennywise at bay for a long time until it either got injured or fell asleep, and Pennywise was able to escape
Right.
and come to Earth. And then it talks to the Losers Club to help them defeat it, but it can't actively get involved. It's basically kind of like God, right?
Right.
Like
Whoa.
God, according to the Christians, if you believe them, God talks to people, but he can't actively do anything anymore like he did in the Bible, or he just chooses not to, one of the two. However you want to look at it. So that one way to look at it is the turtle is God and Pennywise is the devil.
Right. Right.
Well, I mean, that tracks.
Okay. So this is my theory here. Okay.
You're
and I
awesome
know this is
theory,
going to
go
be a stretch, a hell of a stretch.
I can't wait.
But Stephen King is from Maine, right? We know this. Kevin Eastman is also from Maine as well. Kevin Eastman is one of the creators of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So the fact that Maine has this lore with turtles and sewers,
So what you're saying is Raphael is the cosmic turtle. That's what I'm hearing.
they're meant to protect us from it. That's all I'm saying.
Nah,
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All
right.
I can't.
We're gonna end the show here, but I'm gonna throw one thing at you real quick that I found out today that I just want to add in. Apparently they're doing a comic book crossover for DC with a bunch of different characters. Annabelle is one of them. It's called DCKO. And I just recently found out that you can see Annabelle the doll in 3 DC movies. Shazam,
Ooh.
Shazam, Fury
yes.
of the Gods, and
Yes.
Aquaman.
Yeah.
Now in Aquaman, you can barely see her.
wait
It's
a
underwater.
minute. Wait a
It's
minute.
underwater, like barely obscured in the background. But in Shazam, the doll's sitting in a pawn shop, and in Shazam, Fury of the Gods, it's just chilling at a table in like the counselor's office or whatever.
There was a post not that long ago I saw that had screenshots of each of those spots, and I thought it was fake at first, but yeah, that's legit.
But why?
It's because they can. It's Warner Brothers.
That's just a random that crossover.
It's Warner
they own-
Brothers.
They exactly. They own
Yeah.
all this shit. So it's like, why
Because
not?
it's
Sub-Zero's doing a crossover. Fucking a bunch of different characters are doing crossovers with DC. Now I'm gonna need a DC horror movie where some of the DC superheroes have to take on the demon that is Annabelle.
Okay.
How much you want to bet it'll be better than anything they try to do as far as the cinematic universe?
Damn.
He ain't lying. It's
I mean, James Gunn's
That's
doing
facts.
all right now. James Gunn's doing pretty good. So
I mean, I agree, but we're only in round 1.
I haven't.
We're
watched
only in
Superman,
round 1.
and I don't
Phase
really plan to watch Superman.
dude, as someone who hates Superman, watch Superman.
Whoa, you actually watched Superman?
is it?
I did.
It's on Max now, right?
Yeah, it's on
Probably.
Max now. Yeah,
I
Movies
might-
don't stay
I
in
might.
fucking theaters very long now, anyways.
That is true.
true.
Yeah, I wasn't going to theaters, but maybe I will. We'll see.
But weren't
I mean,
the kids reading the Flash comic book? I thought that one of the kids was reading the Flash comic book in the series.
Oh, he is.
Right?
Mhm.
That's what I.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Right.
Teddy's reading it at the table, and then his dad throws it.
Yes.
There's also a Nightmare on Elm Street 3 reference in the movies on the outside of the movie theater.
I thought it was 5.
In
It was 5.
was it 5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was 5.
I just watched it
Timelines
today.
make sense. So yeah, no, there's some little things here or there, but
Huh.
all right, guys. Any final thoughts on Stephen King's It? There are a shit ton of references to Shawshank Prison in the book too.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know it's in the show too,
Mm-hmm.
because they show it in the trailer. But I know it when I saw the preview for episode 3. He mentioned like the cop interrogating Ronnie's dad was like, you know what they do to kitty killers in Shawshank. And I was like, I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
We heard you.
Mm-hmm.
So It'll be fun. I'm excited.
Tim Curry's the shit. The kids are better in the remake, even though the cast is amazing in the original.
Yeah.
I prefer the kid actors in remake, adult actors in the original. That's just where I'm going with it.
I mean,
Yeah,
but Bill Hader does such a good job.
Bill Hader's
He
great.
does.
Again,
He does. Not knocking him.
Seth Green.
I prefer Jessica Chastain to Annette O'Toole
Yes, I do too.
aesthetically.
Jonathan Brandis. Shout out Jonathan Brand.
James McAvoy is in chapter 2.
Yeah. Ooh.
I honestly don't know that James McAvoy is a good Bill.
I don't think so.
I don't think he was a good Bill, but like I love him, so I was happy he was in the movie.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, the remake had the best line when Ben was hitting what's her name with all the new kid lines. I think I was popping in the theater, man, when he said, "Please don't go, girl."
Oh,
My two favorite scenes from the new movies or the newer movies both involve Richie. It's Richie's monologue at the end where he goes through all the shit that Bill put them through, and then he's like, "And now we have to kill this fucking clown."
Yeah.
And then in chapter 2, when they're back at the house on Neibold Street, and Bill goes, "I think Richie said it best," and he's like going through all the things that he said, and he's like, "We have to kill this fucking clown," and they're like, "Yeah, that's the one."
We gotta kill this fucking clown.
You gotta get Nemo's, Mom. They don't work.
You made me walk through shitty water. You punched me in the face.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
What is that smell? It's the smell of your mom. Dude, like the first, oh my God.
dude, he roasts
remake
Eddie the
one?
entire time.
Yes.
So
And
good.
Eddie gets off some good ones too.
He does.
Yeah.
So good.
Greta Bowie, who is the one that tortures Beverly, is mentioned in the book, but so far she hasn't done any sort of torturing of Beverly in the book. But
Okay.
she's the one that she's the pharmacist's daughter.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, weird.
So
Pharmacist is a pedo.
yeah. Well, she looked like
True.
Lois Lane.
Yeah. Interesting.
Uh-huh.
When she called you Clark Kent, you know.
All the adults, when they are children, are creepy as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the theory.
That's just what it is.
That's the moral of the story.
Not even the theory. That's just true.
Josh, you were here late, so I'll let you go first.
Okay.
What you got going on with Get Yo?
We just did an episode recently where we did Get Yo merch. We just talked about the best and the worst merch. We also unveiled AEW's new toy line with upcoming playset. We did
Lots of
that.
Tegan Knox in that, I bet.
So yeah, check that out. It's on Circle Debate YouTube. Check them out, give them a follow, and get the notifications. So
I was
follow
there.
Circle of Debate.
yep,
Katie
Katie was
was
there
there.
too. Yes.
Mr. Wreak Havoc, Young Kings Wrestling. New episode will be out before this is because Travis, but yeah.
Yeah, no, got a bunch of stuff dropped. Newest Havoc Hour actually dropped this past week. So there's that. If you go on my Linktree /Wreak you find that on all streaming platforms, including the YouTube version. You find myself at WreakHavoc24 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And of course, myself, TC, Young Kings Wrestling. We just recorded maybe 3 hours ago. At a full house. Had JT from Marks with Mikes, had Dallas from Humble Roses. That's just dropped. That's will be dropping sometime tomorrow. But, yeah.
Nice.
So at YKWrestling.com, all the streaming platforms, the merch, everything. You find that there.
All right. I have to do this to you, and I proactively apologize, Katie. Katie, new episode drops. Solo Sick KK Katie is out now. At least if you ask Vince and maybe TC.
You can all go to hell. See, and the middle finger was definitely intended for you too. I knew you were gonna do
Now I earned it. Now I earned it.
go.
I heard
hell.
there's an acquisition coming. It might be called the Turning Point Podcast.
Hell
That's not true. Where can they find
That's-
Solo Cicady
Chuck keeps
without the
turning his
typo?
camera off.
Where can they find Solo Cicady without the typo?
Yeah, because God forbid you mistype something. It's fine. You can follow me on Twitter, Katie Rasson 13, the link tree in my About It's Everything She Elite Showcase, twitch.tv/She Elite Showcase, youtube.com/She Elite Showcase. Typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. What do we have coming up soonish? Seasonal Showcase is going to be in a few weeks. I already made the Google Doc for the She Elite Awards. That'll go out soon. I still have to do the entirety of BOF, but that'll be, maybe I'll do that this week. We'll see. But fun stuff.
And if you join us in 2 weeks, Katie and I are talking American Psycho.
That's right.
And we finally have a transition for Shit Man Make Katie Watch. You guys can follow me everywhere at Getting Off. TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. Let me know if you guys want more movie reviews on TikTok, because I did it for October and then I stopped. So if you guys want more content, if you want me to do more of that, spits, swallows, thoughts, go to my TikTok or just message me anywhere at Getting Off. Let me know, hey, Matt, we want more, and then I'll do more. If you guys don't say anything, you ain't getting shit, because I'm not just going to feed you for fucking free. I need attention. So tired of being ignored on social media.
You feed on attention.
Fucking right.
That's right. Come on. Feed me more.
No.
Feed me.
For Ms. Kitty Kinsey Bay, your boy Juss, and Dr. Reek Baker BBC, I am the patron saint of podcast and warden Matt Ritter. It thrust its fists against the post and still persisted sees the ghosts.
Bars.